do better. And so let's get out of here. And we're going to want another button. And here we're going to change the caption to car make, if that will fit. Yes. And we will want to give this a name. And we're going to need another form. So come up here, click on New Form. It's the second item from the left. And we have a new form now. Let's go ahead and put one of those labels on it. And go to caption. Do a Control V to insert it, because I just copied it from the others. Go to font. Click to the right of it where it has the 3 dots. And we're going to change it to 40. And we're going to make it bold italic. And click OK. And click on color and make it red. That font may not have taken. And we probably need to go back to our DB form real quick. But first, let's save everything. I didn't name it. Now we can save all. And this is make unit. Now we'll want to go to our DB form. If you can't see it, it's not easily accessible. The second icon from the left on the second row lets you select the forms. So if we go find SQL, we can just do a select asterisk from make order by make index. Click OK. And we'll need to select the connection, which is CarDB. Data source is already pointing here, and we need to make it active. And again, we're going to come in here, choose an edit field, let's that is incorrect. First, we want to go to data access. Or data controls, and get that DB navigator. Put it in here. Choose the data source, which in this case is make DS. It's only got like 2 rows. And choose the data source and choose the make it the index. Put another one down. And choose the data source. And come back here to standard and put a couple of labels defining what the captions are. And in the make unit, we should say it's using DB unit. And go back to the main form, double click on car make. Did I name that button? Yes. Double click on it. And we're going to want to do something like make form dot show modal. And it doesn't like something. We need it in the uses clause. And that's make edit, make unit. Now we can come in here and just put in like Ford. Push plus to put another one in. I do not know if that's the actual name of Chevrolet, but and if we go out and look, we have actually inserted data out there. Now, why did we do that? Well, keying data in is error prone. And one of the things that relational databases do is they use lookup tables to insert the correct value in our connection fields. And then when we come back here, instead of having an edit field, we can have a drop-down box. And I like to use the database combo boxes. So we're going to get rid of this edit field. And we're going to come and put in this combo box instead. And I'm going to go name this because we're going to refer to it. And I name these along the lines of what it is, and then followed by 4 letters, DBCB for data combo box. And we need to, just like the other type of fields, we need to choose a data source. This is AutoDS. And we need to choose the data field then. Now we have to do something else, and when these when actions happen, we can link it with events, and I'm going to make this on show. And it's going to create a little procedure here. So we're going to start with make DB combo box. Items. Dot clear. It helps us along, showing us what our options are. Now I'm going to say if DB form dot the make query dot record count is greater than 0, then we don't need that semicolon yet. We're going to have a repeat. Well, we should really make sure we're on the first one. D dot make query dot first. Um, we're going to take our make DB combo box, the items, dot add, I believe. No, it's insert. It wants an index value, which I believe is 0. We're going to take DB form, dot make query, dot field by name, and the field in this case is going to be make index. Dot as string and we need another right parentheses. And then we're going to want to advance the to the next record. So we just do a DB form, dot make query, dot next. Until DB form dot make query. Let it help us. Dot end of file. EOF for end of file. And I think that's all that goes there. Now if we try running it, and go into car edit, and click the drop-down box, our items are from the make index table, or make table, the items are in there. So if we create a new one, and then we can type in here what To show you it gets saved, I can use the arrow. It's still in there. That makes it much nicer. But in truth, we can do something with the model numbers too. And if we go back to our I'm going to change this to make index to keep things clearer. And make description. And we're going to increase the size of this. And basically we need to do something in DB form first. So let's go back to DB form. And if we look at model query, and I believe that is make index, model index. And we have to define the connection. And we need to make it active. We need to do one more thing, since this is dependent upon the make. You'd want the model number dependent upon the make, where it will automatically fill in the make value. And we do this by declaring it has a master source. And we're going to use make ds. And then you define what the master fields are, which is make index. Probably should set up what the linked fields are. And now we can put a second navigator on here. And we'll need to define its data source, which will be model. And we will not have to data enter the field for make. It's going to assume it's the same one as what's up here in the top of this form. And so the data field is just going to be model index and then the name, assuming this all works correctly. And we probably should go put some labels on it. Now let's try compiling it. And if we go into car make now, and we could put in a PU 1500. And click Save. And as you can see here, it did fill in the make index. Now, if we want to come here and change this to Ford, that disappeared. We could put in model index of escape. Click Save. Come here and repeat it. That got it as a Ford escape. The make index is Ford. The model is escape, at least the index is model index, and then the model name is Ford Escape. So this works. And all this other stuff no longer is going to be necessary if we want to run it. If we get out of here, close all this stuff, because it's all saved now. When it compiles, it saves all the files. If we come over here, and just double click on this cars hop, it runs. You do not need all the other Lazarus stuff running just to run your app. It compiles it to its own unique program. Now all we have to do is go back to our auto edit form, and the model number. We need to make that a drop-down box too, a DB control box. And on this, we'll want to put the data source in there. Now, unless we set up some logic to insert those in the Dropbox, we won't have anything in the Dropbox. We have to pull the data into see, it's empty. We have to put the data into And how we're going to do this, first we need to go to the DB form and set up a work query, something we can play with. And it will not need a data source in this example. So go to ZOS, take a query. It could be a read-only query, but this will work. Give it a name. And it will need to have a connection. We're doing this because we don't want to mess with any of the master detail sections. Now we're going to link it to changes made to the make, because you will get different models based upon the make of the vehicle. And if we go to events on we can link it on exit. And we are going to do something similar to what we did before. But we're going to do a little more. We're going to mess with work query here. No, it's not that. Should be SQL. I might have the wrong item. We're going to add the SQL statement right in here because it will change. Let's see, did we name that? Okay. I first clear the work query. I then build what the SQL statement is going to be with a where equaling to the make index. And I make the query active. I then clear the items out of model database combo box, and we just read each item in the work query and load it into the database combo box items with model db combo box.items.add the string that we read in, and then we just go to the next row of work query, and we keep repeating that until end of file. And that should work. We might want to close work query after we're done. I forgot a right-hand parentheses. And I did it again. And I apparently didn't get the right field name. We need to recompile. It's still not right. think we need to go look at DB form. After careful analysis, I determined I had model uppercased in my SQL statement when it's all lowercase, and it did not work for that reason. Now, if you drop the down, you see that only PU15's in there. If we change to the forward, only escape is in there. We can fully populate this a lot better. I have a batch program here that will populate the data. Let's close and reopen since everything has changed. And if we do a plus, we can choose like Tesla now because I fully populated the options. And it comes up with the possible Tesla models. Now, instead of typing in color and status like we are now, we can make those DB combo boxes too, just by at form showtime, just hard code in with a loop red, blue, green, yellow into the instead of doing it from an SQL data. And same with status, which might be sold, for sale, or pending. That would be relatively simple to do. Again, any questions, you can always write to me.